What's up YouTube? Welcome back to Syracuse Aviation and welcome back to another model aircraft unboxing. This model today that I have for you guys is quite rare. I don't know exactly how rare, but I know it is very, very uncommon and very hard to find, especially in the condition that this one is in. So this is the original, or not the original, but it's the Delta Airlines Boeing 757-200 without winglets, the only one that Gemini Jets ever made. It was the first new livery 752. I don't know if there were any 753s that came before this or other aircraft in the new livery that came before this one, but this one has like a special box and everything, so I'm assuming that this was the first one. I'm not exactly sure, but without further ado, we're just going to get into it. So we're going to be opening it from the bottom as per usual. I picked this up from the Funny Airplane model store, and this one came from near Buffalo, New York, so it was pretty quick shipping, and I'm very, very happy that I was able to pick this up because it's one that I've been looking for a very, very long time. Ever since my Delta fleet got started, I've been looking for this one, and it is the last normal livery Delta 757 that I need in my collection before I have all of them. There is, however, one SkyTeam livery 752 that I don't have yet. It's from NG Models and it's a Gen 2. Right now I have a Gen 1, which is November 717 Tango Whiskey from Gemini Jets, I think back from 2007 or 8 maybe. I can't exactly remember, but I unboxed that one as well. But this one from 2007, it's, as I said, it's very rare. Very hard to come across, and again, I'm very glad I was able to pick it up. So now getting into the bubble wrap. It's kind of wound up here, so it looks very nice and protected. Nothing to worry about breaking off or anything. Put the bubble wrap off to the side, and here we have the model inside the box. So the box is a little bit beat up, but I mean, you can't expect much more from such an early model. Again, 2007 release. So supposedly the model is in new condition, which is awesome. I can't believe I have this right now. Actually, back in March, I remember I saw one of these on eBay for like $35 or something ridiculous. It was in new condition. I couldn't believe that someone was selling it for that. And I was like minutes away from getting it, and then Gemini Jets dropped the almighty Delta Connection CRJ 900, and I kind of had to just forget about this and get as many of those as I could. So although I was disappointed that I couldn't get this one back then, I guess at this point it doesn't really matter now that I have this. So this is definitely an interesting box design. Gemini Jets typically goes for the more generic, as you guys have probably seen. On the top it says Upward and Onward, the new livery for the new Delta. So that's very interesting. A very nice image of the aircraft there. And it does say November 638 Delta Lima on the tail, which is obviously the aircraft that we have inside this box. There's some more commemoration things plastered on there. Another look around the box. There's the back, the right side, and the left side. There's the top and the bottom with all your Gemini Jets features. I guess we'll open the pamphlet here. So there is your description and all of your specifications off to the side. So this is a very interesting design that Gemini Jets has since moved away from. The new design is pretty nice, but it's definitely cool to have some models that have this old one. It just looks very interesting to me. There is the model in the plastic cradle, looking very nice. And we will get into the box. I'm not going to really try not to damage it too much because it's already pretty busted up, but again, that doesn't really matter. As I said, it's hard to find perfect boxes from that long ago, unless you go from High Country Hobbies, which is, they just have a gold mine of stuff. It's crazy. If you haven't seen that video, please feel free to check it out. I may put a card in the video around this time, so you might see that in the corner of your screen, so feel free to check that out. So now that we have the model out of the box, it looks very, very nice. It's everything I expected it would be. Man, just make sure it's not broken. Okay. Yeah, I don't typically test these cradle molds, but I did have one come broken last February, I believe, which has also a unboxing video. So everything seems good. Nothing's broken. Engines are good. Nothing really scratched up or anything, so That is beautiful. So I'm complete for my regular livery Delta 757s now. Aside from that NG Sky Team, which I'm hoping I can still hunt down at some point. It'll probably set me back $100 or so whenever I try to get it, because there's just so few of them released. Or not released, but I think not that many units were made. So I'm going to lower the camera here and we'll get into detail. Okay, so getting into the details now, we'll start up at the nose cone. There is some lettering kind of below the cockpit windows and to the right a little bit. I can't really read what it says. I'm assuming it may actually be that little slogan on the box. Let me see if I can read it. I can't tell. It's too small. So for back then, when this model was made, it's pretty impressive that they went to that effort to put it on there, even if you can't read it. Still a nice detail. There is the L1 door and the SkyTeam logo, your Delta titles, and the first class cabin up in here. Your L2 door, your engines, which are the Pratt & Whitney configuration, your leading edge slats, your spoilers, your flaps, and your flap track fairings. There's your two overhang exits, as this is a Generation 2 Delta 757-200. The non-winglet configuration, obviously, which is very nice to see. I think I do prefer the non-winglet 757s to the wingleted 757s for both the 200 and the 300. I just think it's such a cool look. I used to prefer the winglets, but for some reason I moved away from that. You have more windows back behind the wings between the overhang exits and the back door there. Your registration and the American flag, November 638 Delta Lima again. There's your horizontal stabilizers, which are very nicely done, your APU exhaust cone, your Delta widget on the vertical stabilizer, and the fleet number 638. On the right side of the aircraft, we have pretty much the same things except with the baggage doors. There would appear to be one below those windows in the back. There's your right wing, and there's one up front below the Delta titles. So, very nice model. It's really awesome to have this. It may be simple, but that doesn't mean it's inaccurate, so it's very nice to have this. I guess I kind of forgot about the bottom there, but we have the nose of the aircraft with your nose gear, which is very nicely done. The camera's kind of losing focus, sorry about that. Obviously you don't have your Delta titles on the bottom. That came like in 2014 or 16 or something around then. I might be completely off, but it's around that time range. So obviously this being back in 2007, it does not have those, which I'm perfectly fine with, to be honest, because obviously if I'm going to be having this in the Detroit airport updates and such, you won't be seeing that anyways, so it doesn't really matter. And it's nice to have some variety because I do have some aircraft with the Delta logo on the bottom. So there's a Gemini Jets logo. Obviously, as I mentioned, this is a cradle mold, so you do have the two cracks, which in my opinion don't look too bad. I would rather... I kind of prefer the cradle molds because I feel like they're more stable and the wings don't typically come uneven because they're both one piece. There's your stand hole. I don't know if I pointed out the Gemini Jets logo, but there it is in the classic blue and yellow, which is very interesting. It's also quite a bit bigger than they are currently for their newer models. There's some more blue underbelly in the back and then some little details there. Don't know exactly what they are. And then your APU and tail cone. At the top of the model, there's a beacon light up front. There's not a whole lot of detail, but it's honestly, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. That would be a Wi-Fi box right there, so obviously it's not 3D, which I'm perfectly fine with. So yeah, overall this is a great model. Again, it's super rare. Not a lot of people have it. I'm very glad to have been able to pick this one up. Once again, thank you to Funny Model Store, or Funny Airplane Models, I believe it's called. Go check them out. They have some great models up for sale, and definitely go and support them. So with that being said, this was a great unboxing. I really enjoyed opening this thing up and welcoming it into my collection. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you have any questions or comments, just go ahead and comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.